Today we're talking about Amsterdam, David O. Russell's first film in 7 years, and it stars Christian Bale, Margot Robbie, and John David Washington, along with many others. In a post-World War I era, three friends try to clear their names after being framed for a murder. In recent years, I feel like every single time a David O. Russell movie comes out, it's almost guaranteed to get critical praise because critics just love David O. Russell as a director, and I agree, he's made some really good movies. The Fighter and Silver Linings Playbook are two of my favorite movies of the last 15 years. They're great ones. And people love American Hustle, Three Kings, some love Joy. I understand that he is a good director, but I would never even consider putting him anywhere close to my top 10 favorite directors working today. He's still really good though, and with Amsterdam having David O. Russell paired with this excellent cast, I had high hopes. But the first time I saw the trailer, I'll admit I was skeptical because I couldn't tell you what this movie was about. Sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad. In the case of Amsterdam, well, this movie is not good. It's one of my least favorite movies of 2022. It was a sluggish movie to get through. I looked at my phone probably 20 or more times while in theaters watching Amsterdam. I could not get through this movie. It is so boring. There's a reason why I waited so long to see the movie in theaters, and now my greatest fear for the film has come true. What exactly was the point of Amsterdam? What was David O. Russell trying to say? All I can think of is that David O. Russell was upset with how things were going in this country a couple of years ago with our leader. And so this movie is a metaphor for his displeasurement with that person. And I guess all of the actors agreed with him. So they wanted to be in this movie so that they could all say, we stand with David O. Russell and his beliefs, and we don't like the person that ran this country a couple of years ago. And honestly, that is so stupid. You make an entire movie that's over 2 hours long just for that to be your main point. Outside of the exquisite production design and the well-produced elements of the film, there really is nothing else here for enjoyment. It offers no less than a snooze fest. I'm so happy I didn't drag any of my friends or family to see this movie with me in theaters because I guarantee you they would have fallen asleep in the first 20 minutes. And like the first 5 minutes of Amsterdam aren't terrible. I was actually having a decent time. I was surprised. I thought I was going to hate this movie from beginning to end. But then after the first 5 to 10 minutes, I soon realized that this movie was much worse than I was originally hoping. Sadly, unlike David O. Russell's other movies, Amsterdam doesn't have wit, heartfelt scenes, or relatability. Literally the best thing this movie has going for it is the production design and the cast, and even the cast was underutilized. Nobody stands out. Nobody gives a great performance that is Oscar worthy. I don't see why anybody cared about being in this film. There's never a moment where it seems like anybody cares about the performance they're giving on screen. I would say a majority of the performances in Amsterdam are lifeless except for Christian Bale, Anya Taylor-Joy, and Rami Malek. The rest of the cast is given nothing to do. They're all boring. They all look bored on screen, and I was sitting there bored with them. Most of the dialogue feels like filler, which is disappointing. It adds nothing to the story or characters. It's weird too because I thought my biggest complaint with Amsterdam before seeing the movie was going to be that its story is too convoluted to follow, but that was never the case. And I was surprised. It's a relatively easy movie to follow, but the sad part is, it's never an interesting movie. It's never one that I found myself invested in watching. It's just so boring. I don't see how a single person could enjoy themselves watching Amsterdam, especially when I'm sitting in those comfortable movie chairs. I wanted to fall asleep. Amsterdam is missing all the traits that made movies like The Fighter, Silver Linings Playbook, and American Hustle such great films. What was this movie? What were they doing? David O. Russell has not made a movie in 7 years, and this is the film he makes? Come on, man. If you were hoping for the next American Hustle, I'm sorry, but this is not it. I am giving Amsterdam a 4 out of 10. And that's a generous score. I could have gone much lower, but because the movie at least has good technical elements, it's not one of the worst I've ever seen, but for a David O. Russell movie, this really missed the mark. I'm sure for many, this is one of the most disappointing movies of 2022. Alright, so have any of you also seen Amsterdam? I surely hope not, but if you have, let me know down below in the comment section what your thoughts are of it. And of course, as always, if you are new to my channel, click the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I hope you all have a fantastic day.